What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another anime news reaction with your boy J6. Alright, today we'll be reacting to For Never Worlds, For Never News. We will be going over the new updates of the Naruto live action movie, Black Clover anime return, the Bleach movie results, HxH creator fascinated with AI, and Oda apologizing? Yeah, let's get into it. First, the original video will be down in the bio. Make sure to go show For Never Worlds some love. Pretty sure he don't need it, but go ahead and give it to him in the first place. Also, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe on your way in so that door don't hit you on the way out. All right, let's go.
Okay, people, so the internet has been in somewhat of a frenzy, so to speak, or shall I say even more so, very much so, craziness is happening because Naruto just got a big update after, I don't even know how long it's been, right? How long have we been waiting to hear something of the franchise? Recently, we got a little update that there's a card game happening. We got a little update about a worldwide play that is like going to be a little bit different. We had a few different announcements that wasn't necessarily what people wanted. People are still, of course, waiting for those Naruto OVAs. Will they ever come? Who knows? But then we get this massive announcement alongside
we've been waiting on those new OVAs for probably a couple. What has it been? A couple of years now. Like I remember it being such a big thing that everybody was really trying to get involved because they really wanted to make sure it happened and do their part. And they've been just pushing it down the line, pushing it down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for the Boruto manga, honestly, we'd have no type of new material coming from the Naruto franchise at all. So it's one of they got to get on that, bro. You guys are, I'm saying, y'all letting us down, bro.
Words from the creator of Naruto. We haven't heard from this creator in, well, it's been a while to say the least, right? But with the big announcement that Naruto's live action film that's been in production for quite some time, I want to say we first got word of an announcement of like, yo, it's actually happening. It got greenlit like, what was it, about 11 years, something like that. Like it's been a while, or at the very least 12, because yeah, right at the end of Naruto, people were already like, yo, what's coming next? And before we get into it, I just want to say that if they are going to start off with some revitalization of the Naruto franchise, because mind you, while Boruto, yes, of course, it's still going, it's been technically like the spin-off sequel that has kind of had like we got the franchise or the series or everything to do with this universe on its back for some time. But ultimately, Naruto itself, the overall arcing franchise has kind of been somewhat dormant. Honestly, I feel like to a certain degree this is somewhat of a mirroring, hopefully with a better outcome, a much better outcome, of what happened with Dragon Ball all those years ago, where it was completely silent. Then suddenly we get like the big Dragon Ball Evolution announcement. But essentially that's how things got started to eventually lead to Battle of Gods and so on and so forth.
Dragon Ball Evolution was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Dragon Ball Evolution kind of is like, it hurt Dragon Ball franchise. Like I didn't even want to watch Z. I didn't want to watch nothing. The fact that you would let some work like that come out was just disrespectful. Like watching that movie, I felt disrespected. Bro, mind you, I was just a jit, bro. I was like, what, when that movie came out, like 9, 8, and I felt like somebody just socked my mom, bro. Like, you feel me? And just threw her in the trash can upside down, bro. Like, I felt disrespect. That was bad. That movie was bad. Like, out of a ranking of 1 to 10, like, bro, that's a 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, something never ever seen before. Almost didn't have nothing, almost had nothing to do with the actual series itself. Are you listening? If you do not put yourself through it, do not even search that movie. Don't even give it the Google search. Don't even give it a search. That movie is terrible. You never seen it, don't watch it. You're not missing nothing on that. Dragon Ball Evolution was a failure.
So essentially we're kind of in the same realm, you would argue, or we're in the same space, so to speak, of it seems as though possibly now they're finally revving up to bring the Naruto franchise back, and they're starting off with the live action film. I got the details right here.
See,
Let's
and
read
this
what
is
Kishimoto said. Let's read what the press release said. There's a lot to be examined here. Let's take a look. Naruto filmmakers to launch worldwide casting search for live action film leads, and a comment from Masashi Kishimoto, the original creator of Naruto, was included. As Lionsgate ramps up pre-production on its highly anticipated adaptation of Naruto, which has built a massive fan base as one of the world's most popular manga franchises, the studio and filmmaker Dustin Daniel Cretton, dude that's done, you know, the Spider-Man Brand New Day that is about to come out, are launching a global casting search for the 3 young shinobi of Team 7, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. And before we continue any
see, I'm not feeling these live action movies. I just feel like in the anime world, bro, like there's just so much you can build off of with just actually making animated canon or even non-canon movies based off their own of just it being animated, bro. Like nobody wants to see a live action anything, bro, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be able to create it correctly. They're not going to be able to actually give you the same feelings and emotions that it being animated did. And another thing too is that we're so deprived with actual movies in the theater that it's just like we don't want to waste these movies of them being live action. I don't think anybody was checking for it. I don't think anybody's looking for a live action. I'm definitely going to support it because it's Naruto. But if it's anything like Dragon Ball Evolution, bro, I might just start a fire in the movie theater. I won't for real, but you know what I'm saying? Like it might just be bad, bro. Like it could hurt the franchise in total. And you already know how toxic the fan base is in the first place. Like we don't have the room to be continually arguing with One Piece, you know, after their successful live adaptation Netflix series, which I think was pretty good. But the thing is that 9 times out of 10, just because one show was good does not mean all live actions are going to be good. Like most of them are trash. 9 out of 10 of them are trash. One Piece got it right. And that's the one thing they got really on Dragon Ball and Naruto is that their live action was correct. I don't want a live action movie. I think we need more animated movies, whether they're canon, non-canon, doesn't even matter. I think we need more non-canon I think we need more animated movies. That's just me though. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that down below though.
further. Honestly, that just sounds like such a major task. You got to think about it for a second. Like, yo, those are 3 leads to one of the biggest franchises of all time, on top of the fact that unlike Dragon Ball Evolution, where it was just kind of like this was the first one to really, you know, it was going to set the stage of what was to come.
Dragon Ball Evolution was garbage, bro.
Ultimately,
That,
now
right there,
with
like,
this,
they
you
need to
have
do this to
those
the whole
type of
studio.
thoughts that hindsight,
Like, blow it all up,
we
bro.
can't
Like,
make those
that
same
was
mistakes. We
terrible.
can't go that route. We have to make sure we get it right. So this right here is a very, 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 very important task to making sure that you get the right people to make this happen, the right leads, the right actors to make sure that this film is a success and launches Naruto back to where it belongs. I mean, Naruto is Naruto at the end of the day. It's still massively popular. People are waiting for the return of the actual Naruto while they, you know, at the end of the day, there's still a fan base for Boruto and Boruto is still keeping things going. But this right here is a whole different ball game. Casting for other characters will follow, and launching the casting call on social media, Cretton said, Kishimoto Sensei's stories have inspired generations of fans around the world, and it's an honor to bring his world and characters to the big screen in live action for the very first time. I'm thrilled to kick off this worldwide casting search for our Team 7 and to bring the incredible universe of Naruto to life. Again, before
So that kind of brings me to, wait, let me read that last part again. Yeah, that kind of brings me to like, who would play Naruto? Like, this is one thing I'm gonna say right now off the bat. They bet whoever plays Naruto, they better not make his hair yellow. Just make him a regular blonde. Like that's one of those things where it's like it's small, but it's just like if you try too hard by making his hair yellow and just making it look like he's just cosplaying in real life, like bro, that's gonna ruin the like it's clear as day. Everybody knows that if Naruto was actually real, like it's animated, he would just have blonde hair. He would just be a regular blonde haired boy with freaking blue eyes. Like that's just Naruto. You know what I'm saying? But if they make his hair yellow in this live action, bro, it's just that little small thing right there. Right there. That is all that it already is going to mess up. That already is going to mess up so much about the movie already, just that alone. So, let alone who would even play Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's a lot of pressure riding on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but by Kishimoto being heavily involved, I have a lot of hope that, this won't be a Dragon Ball Evolution. And maybe because, Oda was pretty close to the production of the One Piece live action on Netflix, really seeing how it was going down and making sure things were correct and accurate with the story. So hopefully, Kishimoto being a part of it can really make it, the story it needs to be. And we don't be lazy and we don't put Naruto in a yellow wig. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would just be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Like, I'll cook them for the rest of their life, bro, if they mess this up, bro. Like, and Naruto's my favorite anime.
And it's an honor to bring his world and characters to the big screen in live action for the very first time. I'm thrilled to kick off this worldwide casting search for our Team 7 and to bring the incredible universe of Naruto to life. Again, before we continue, I think that it's also very much so awesome to hear that, for starters, homie is giving Kishimoto his respect. Before anything else, he's showcasing like the respect that Kishimoto ultimately deserves, but even more so, just taking a look at this, I like the aspect that they're keeping the fandom in mind and they're making sure to stay connected. They're not just getting extremely distant from this thing. They're actually like including the people in this whole scenario to make sure that it's not a disconnect between, this point of where they're at with it, looking for the characters, the casting and whatnot, to the actual film, making it to the big screen. They're not disconnected is the best way to put it, which is great. And then here's the full comment from Masashi Kishimoto. Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, added, and I just gotta say before I read this, like hearing this, yo, right now, miracles are happening to me one after another. My work, Naruto, is truly becoming a Hollywood movie. And an even greater miracle is that the film will be directed by the one and only Dustin Daniel Cretton. I still cannot believe it. If so many miracles have already come together, then let us hope for even more. I'm eagerly looking forward to the miraculous
really
encounters that will bring us
really
extraordinary and passionate actors. I cannot wait to meet my characters in the film. I love hearing the part that he starts off like he
really
starts
looking
off already
forward
with
to
saying,
this.
right now,
if he messes this up, I don't give a damn how much you were looking forward to this, bro. They will cook you, bro. And there ain't nothing a Naruto fan can do to save you if you mess up this live action. Now, if this was just a regular animated movie, everybody's already like, oh, this is about to do numbers. This is about to do sales. They ain't even tripping for real. But it's the fact that you're trying to make a live action movie. You're talking about how excited you are. You're talking about miracles are being made. Like, this shit's curing cancer and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're putting a lot of expectation and hope on this. And I hope it goes the way you do because, bro, I can't save you, bro. Nobody's going to be able to save you, bro. Like, it's going to be bad. You will be getting cooked. So let's see. You know what I'm saying? But he sounds really excited. So that's good, bro. I like that his dream's coming true this late into the game. Hopefully, this inspires him to take the franchise more seriously because we need a good game. We need more animated movies in the theater. And we need our OVA episodes that we were promised.
Miracles are happening to me one after another. That's a blessing. I ain't gonna lie, brother. Like, yo, that is a blessing to hear that miracles are happening. He's saying that in a very good and positive way. So sounds like already that Kishimoto is in good spirits. He's in better spirits than you could possibly imagine going into this thing. It sounds like everything so far is good. Everything so far that we're hearing about this thing, they're keeping the fans in mind. Kishimoto sounds like he's in good spirits. He's very excited to work with this director that is, of course, working on the Spider-Man film, which that is also a very good thing. Like, yo, if that Spider-Man film is a success and has, critical acclaim, then we're even more so in a great position.
Which most Spider-Man movies do well in the first
dude that
place,
did Spider-Man is working on Naruto. That right there will be a massive catalyst to a very much so successful successful, at the very least, launch for this thing. Also kind of gives me vibes of like, you know how Oda was very much so participating in the live action for the One Piece thing, and that for the most part has been received pretty well. You know, obviously there's some people that they just rather stick with the anime and manga, and that's fine or whatnot, but when you hear this type of thing, that the original creator is very much so involved with the process like this, that's when you know like you're gonna get the best possible vision that is true to the source material. You're not gonna be led astray, so to speak. It's not gonna be any sort of misdirections or miscommunications or anything like that. This seems like it's going to just be like the best case scenario and leading a recipe at the very least for a very, very good film. Oh, and we even got a little bit right here of Masashi Kishimoto and Destin Daniel Cretton in Tokyo launching the worldwide casting for Team 7 in the upcoming Naruto live action movie. So you got to see them together again. So you know, because in case you don't, again, I hate to keep on bringing the Dragon Ball Evolution scenario, but when that film was made, there was word like, yo, you got this person involved, you know, Toriyama, all this stuff. And after the fact, we hear that the director that was casted to do things was only on paper. That was by the actor that played Piccolo. Like, that was his words, not mine. Like, Dragon Ball Evolution was a pure mess because things weren't really the way they were supposed to be. They treated it like a cash grab. They didn't have the people that are supposed to be involved to make it happen involved. This thing seems like they're looking at the bigger picture and understanding this needs to be done correctly. Naruto is one of the most popular IP in the world. It is right there. Like, yo, if Dragon Ball is, let's just say, #1 globally, I know One Piece fans are going to come in, what about One Piece is up there. The live action is doing great. We're not taking anything away from One Piece. We love One Piece. But Naruto globally is right up there as well. So you got to make sure that you have the right people, the key people, the people that are supposed to be involved. So to see them together, that is just, they're making the right moves. Now, as far as the casting goes, I'm not gonna say this person should play that person should play that person, like, because this could be, you know, a scenario of finding brand new actors, you know, people that we're not too familiar with to play these roles, and maybe they could do a great job. It's like, honestly, again, a very tough situation as far as like, you got to make the right call for this thing. Do you get somebody that is a previous actor that is known and beloved to play the role of Naruto, or do you get a brand new actor that isn't really known, that good? Okay, moving forward, we got a little bit of an update for the Black Clover anime. In particular, the character design for was pretty good. Okay, moving forward, we got a little bit of an update for the Black Clover anime. In particular, the character design for Asta
about time,
for this
bro.
upcoming return.
It's about time, bro.
Just being honest, I think unanimously, Black Clover fans, and there's some that will disagree, but most Black Clover fans think that this is the best design of Asta. Like, out of all the forms you got of Asta, this one right here, this look, I definitely think that is probably the best. Whether you want to say drippiest or swaggiest or in general, like, this one just looks absolutely fire. When Tabata initially came up with this design a while back, homie was cooking, because just it's absolute greatness. So we got a closer look at what Asta is going to look like in the upcoming Black Clover anime return with his new form. And honestly, wouldn't be mad if this form stuck around, if they decided to change some things to keep this look, because it's a freaking great look. It looks awesome. And when Black Clover comes back around, we want to see more of this form. Just saying. Moving forward, we got some really, really good news for
the cool thing about this Asta form, as we go back and look at it, is like, it really shows the union between him and his devil. And as you know, like, they've had a journey between themselves and just learning how to basically them both utilize each other's power, because not only does the devil have power, but Asta has his own type of power too. So this devil union form is tough, bro. And honestly, Black Clover's been gone for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Black Clover is like one of those animes, like, especially when it did come out, like, it just reminded me of Naruto. It reminded me of Bleach. It reminded me of like just an old generation type of anime. So like, it's been gone for a long time. As you guys know, season one was really long. And so, you know, like, really excited to see like what's going to come from this next season and how big it's going to do. I know that the movie that released on Netflix was a big movie. So it's going to be really cool to see like the anime be brought back. But What are your guys' expectations for this next season coming up? And do you guys rock with Asta's devil form right there? Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know down in the comments.
When Tabata initially came up with this design a while back, homie was cooking because just it's absolute greatness. So we got a closer look at what Asta is going to look like in the upcoming Black Clover anime return with his new form. And honestly, wouldn't be mad if this form stuck around, if they decided to change some things to keep this look, because it's a freaking great look. It looks awesome. And when Black Clover comes back around, we want to see more of this form. Just saying. Moving forward, we got some really, really good news for the Bleach theatrical run. I want to say every area that had it has already finished airing the 3 episode screening that had, I want to say it was the 3 episodes, as well as an interview from Tite Kubo. They had like this whole massive event, and ultimately seems like it was a success for the most part, considering a few different aspects. For one, it wasn't all that promoted. I want to say it was like
I think that the Bleach movie was a total success just based off of the fans and the loyalty to the franchise. You know, I was in the theater, you know, it wasn't packed. I watched it the day it released, not the first viewing, but, you know what I'm saying, a little bit later on in the day after I, you know, had to do my things. But it was, you know, there was hella people in the theater, you know what I'm saying? It's Bleach, you know what I'm saying? The animation's always top tier, you know what I'm saying? The music's always top tier, you know what I'm saying? Seeing all the characters that we grew up to love and all that. You know what I'm saying? The movie was okay, but I'll get in later into the video. I'll get more deeper into about how I felt about the movie.
Last minute thing that they started announcing certain details about it. It didn't have that big push or anything like that. So if you want to factor in marketing dollars that was spent on this thing, like this thing is a extreme success, because Bleach
I found out by just searching anime movies in the theater.
Did
I didn't even know it was coming out.
$4.2 million in US market. So the total worldwide stands at $4.8 million for Bleach. And you got to think, that's $5 million, and obviously you gotta, you know, equate the revenue that gets split for the theaters to take their cut or whatnot. But at the end of the day, this is for episodes that were already done, and, you know, an interview from Kubo, which I hate when I hear, I just gotta be honest, people kind of saying like, oh, why are we only getting those 3 episodes and then this?
You know, and I can't even be upset with people, because listen, this is how I felt about the Bleach movie that just recently came out, bro. Like, yeah, it is just 3 episodes. And it was a slow start, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing really special. I wouldn't say it was worth $20 to just watch those 3 episodes in the beginning. But I'm not even going to sit here and say that I'm super upset with it, because I feel like we need more anime content. I think we need more animated movies in the theater in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna go support it as a fan of the franchise. But honestly, the watching of it, like, I'd say, like, as it being a movie, quote unquote, you know, I'd give it out of 5, I'll give it like a 2.5. You know what I'm saying? I was just there for the vibes, and I was just there to watch, you know what I'm saying, a cool anime movie of something that I've been a fan of for over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Really over like 15 years. And so it was cool like that, but I just, you know, the 3 episode thing, like, it wasn't nothing crazy. Like, the movie was cool. Like, if you caught it, if you didn't watch it, you didn't miss nothing. You're gonna watch these first 3 episodes and you're gonna be like, oh, I really didn't miss anything. It was just cool to watch it on the big screen. That was really all that it was, but it was nothing really special. And hopefully, you know, that it did make a couple $1 million, like 4.8, something close to 5. Hopefully that convinces more other shows to continue to maybe do the same thing and drop, you know, episodes already created in the theaters for the fans to watch early. That's pretty cool. So I'll give it that, but wasn't that great.
Interview thing, like, what a ripoff. Like, that is such a great thing when you have the original creator giving you some insight into whatever product it is, especially if it's something like the level of Bleach. Like, for me personally, hearing that the original creator took time out of his day to give you guys some insight, some words in general, just something for this film, because it could have just been like, yo, here's the 3 episodes or 4 episodes and get out of our face. The fact that Kubo decided to give time to the people, that is a very, very big win. So I'm not a fan of people like that are bashing that aspect. Like, yeah, Kubo was involved and he gave word, and that is a rare treat to say the least. So in all honesty, 5
Yeah.
million for
You
a
can't
few
really be mad
episodes
at
in
it. You know
theaters
what I'm
and an
saying?
interview
And they
from
made
Kubo,
5
that is a
million
major win.
off of
Bleach
something
Thousand Year
like
Blood
that's
War
how you
went
get a
to
bag
theaters,
right
while
there.
some people might
That's
look
how
at
you
it
get a
because,
bag
again,
right there.
maybe
That's
you
how you
don't
make
understand the
money
nature
off of
of this
something
thing, the
you
fact that
already
it
had
didn't have
created.
marketing, it
I'm
wasn't
not mad at
technically
them
like a
for it.
film or
So
anything,
I don't
it
want to
was
hear
just a
nothing about them
theatrical event.
editors talking
Bringing in
about
that
they
type
ain't
of
getting
revenue is a
paid.
big
You know,
success.
they're
You're not
working
going to
like a slave,
expect,
bro. Nah,
or you
get back in the
shouldn't
kitchen, Don.
expect
Keep
for it to
cooking.
compete with, like, I don't know, Toy Story or something like that. Very different markets, very different aims, very different goals. This also brought more awareness to this final core of Bleach that starts later this month. Like, this was just a major win and very smart and strategic, because if they would have put a crazy amount of marketing and whatnot and it still did numbers similar to this, it would have been disappointing. Why do all of that when it's like, again, they know the product that they had and they knew how to maneuver and whatnot. So Bleach takes another win here. Then moving forward, we got some comments from the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. We got an update from Yoshihiro Togashi regarding his comments on AI utilization. Yoshihiro Togashi's author comment from Weekly Shonen Jump number 33. Continuing to begin with, does AI software that is completely cut off from other network environments actually exist? Basically, this is stemming from the previous thing where he...
So, like, I'm not even a big fan of Hunter x Hunter, but I did hear that it's coming back, and I did hear that it is doing well, and they're introducing like different nin styles. I'm not too sure, but if you guys would like me to cover that, if you guys would even like me to watch it, I never even got through it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just leave that. Let me know down in the comments. But like the what kind of interests me with this whole thing is like the interest of AI. The fact that he decided to come onto his social media and to talk about AI openly. So I guess he has did it before, so this is kind of more of a follow up to whatever he did learn from whatever he did ask the first time. So it's just kind of interesting, and I don't really know how I feel about a big anime or a big creator so interested in AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just seems like he's doing it for a reason. So I really wonder what that reason is. And if the reason's what I think it is, then I don't think that that's going to be great.
was talking about, if he just utilized AI that was, strictly trained on only his art
See,
style, would that
this is
actually,
exactly
like,
what I
how would
was
that
talking
work? Then
about.
here is where he's basically saying that it's completely cut off from other networks. So he's kind of asking the question, like, would he be able to utilize AI that is only trained on his art style? That's what is gathered from this information from me, like, continuing on, like he said, from the previous comment. Again,
and if I'm watching anything anime related, I think that that'd be the biggest mistake that he could make in his life. I don't care if the AI is cultivated. You put your soul into the computer, into the hard drive. I don't want nothing that AI created. I watch these shows and pay attention to these stories and these plots because of who wrote them, because it's real. It's coming from a real place. I think that this AI stuff is AI stuff's cool, but I just think it's overrated, and I don't think that it has a space. People don't even like CGI animation, and some of it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dragon Ball superhero movie. Like it was a good movie, but people just couldn't really get over the CGI mixing with the drawn. It just wasn't working for people. And so like I just don't think that I don't want to watch nothing with AI, but that maybe that's to each his own, but that's how I feel about it. I don't want my creator of anything that I'm watching that I like, especially like if I did like Hunter x Hunter, which I don't, so I don't really care, but like I care more so because it's a trend. You know what I'm saying? A big creator does it. Guess what? All these smaller creators of these other shows that we like that are smaller, they're going to do the same thing because I don't think that they love to work as much as they actually love the idea of what they create.
the fact that he's bringing this up, it could be tongue-in-cheek, it could be Togashi is trolling, or it could be more so that he's just really interested in this thing. It probably is very much so enticing to him of like being able to actually create and continuously create, not have to take those crazy breaks and actually have something that, because again, entrusting in other people to make things happen, sometimes for an artist and a creative like Yoshihiro Togashi, it's just something that is a very complicated process. But with AI, where essentially all he has to utilize is this machine, so to speak, he probably might be actually interested. I know some people feel like, no, Togashi would never, he's trolling, and look, this is even confirmation, him asking the question. Like, no, he's probably genuinely curious about that thing. In fact, this was something that
at the design studio by Mathis Home, we're proud to introduce the Becky Owens Home Collection. Inspired by Becky's signature style, this
was actually thinking not that long ago after reading his comments as well. Like, I wonder if you could only utilize AI from like being cut off from other sources and basically train it only on your stuff. I got to imagine with an encoder and somebody that knows how to create AI, they probably could make that happen. But regardless of what, I'm still going to stand on
AI,
I think
what
that
AI can
if
do
Togashi
is just
decided to
unreal,
utilize AI,
honestly.
so long as he's the one at the helm writing the story, if it helps him get these manuscripts done, if it helps him to create Hunter x Hunter, for this person that has known of Togashi's story and everything that homie went through all of these years and the reasons why homie had to take so many different breaks, if this is something that can actually make it happen, make Hunter x Hunter be a regularly scheduled thing, let him do it. Like, I know there's some people that are skeptics and some people that are like,
just
no,
let it be
but
on
at one
hiatus,
given point,
just let
Togashi
it
was
just
saying some
not finish.
pretty bleak things
me?
about
But
like if he
don't
would
let
even
no
be
robot
around
do
for
your
Hunter x
job
Hunter's
for you.
finale
Not
or
happening,
whatnot.
bro.
Utilizing
I
something
don't
like
think people are
AI
gonna
to
rock
make
with that.
things happen is a great thing, and it's a blessing if anything, and it could give us more Hunter x Hunter. Why not? Again, so long as Togashi's the one writing it. And then lastly, we got a very, very interesting story from the creator of One Piece, Eiichiro Oda. Oda apologized. Oda apologizes to One Piece fans after the new manga volume
Oda don't need to
price
apologize
increased
about
by
nothing.
20 yen. Starts off with, please don't hate me. Oda actually apologized for making One Piece Volume 115 a bit more expensive. According to Oda's handwritten message, One Piece Volume 115 will cost 20 yen more than usual because it includes a record-breaking 13 chapters. Most manga volumes usually contain around 10 chapters, and Oda says they have done 12 before, but this time he wanted to include everything up to that character's appearance. Is he talking about, well,
Okay, so yeah, let's go back. Let's read this. Okay, so the volume. So it's a big. So some people are really collectors, and they really do collect these volumes and stuff like that. So I don't think that him raising it 20 more yen. I mean, I don't really know about Japanese currency or nothing like that, but I'm more concerned that it's not a crazy amount of money that he's raising it, and I think that the value that the fans will even get, the people who do collect mangas or that would actually get from it, of the fact that it's 13 chapters, I think that they paid more than probably 20 yen for it in the first place, if that was really the case. So I don't really see it being an issue, because it's not like he's raising the price, because and it's the same 10 chapters. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. So, but I do what it said, that I do appreciate him as an author, as the GOAT, one of the best authors in the history of books, in the history of people being able to read. And yes, I'm talking about caveman, cavewoman. Since people could read and write, he is a top 5 author. And that's a real stat. Go ahead and search it up. So, but I feel like, him apologizing really shows to his character, really shows why he is the GOAT and why he does get so much success. That's very humble of him to do such a thing, and very considerate too. And they got to make their money too. So, he's charging 20 more yen. I don't really think that it's nothing crazy, because he did something that they never did before. It's actually a record breaking amount. 13 chapters into one volume is a lot. That's a good read. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a manga collector, bro, buy 2, because, I feel like this may be something that might turn into a collector's item. Who knows? We'll see down the line.
Chapters. Most manga volumes usually contain around 10 chapters, and Oda says they have done 12 before, but this time he wanted to include everything up to that character's appearance. Is he talking about, well, I don't even want to give spoilers away, but I'm pretty sure he's talking about the main situation that's been happening and when that character appears. He explained that the volume is noticeably thicker, using more
I don't care.
ink
You
and
get
even
you gonna
effects
get
printing
this
and
spoiler from
transport.
me, bro.
Still, Oda said
If you
adding
don't know,
that is
catch
just for
up.
this
He's
volume,
talking
and the
about
extra
Emu.
chapter makes the volume absolutely worth it, because the excitement builds all the way to that reveal. And the volume was already released, and I'm just gonna say it, I think that
Maybe
is
I
a
won't do
really
spoilers
awesome thing
like
to
that,
hear.
but-
It takes a lot
what I'm
to
saying? Catch up. It's
apologize
peak,
for
though.
things that you feel you need to.
All right, so that's it for this reaction to For Never News. I want to send a big thank you out to For Never World, bro. Thank you for dropping this content and allowing us to react to it. Like I said, the original video will be linked in the bio, to all the clips and to everything. If you guys like what's going on, you know what I'm saying, or what you guys think I should react to and what I should watch, go ahead and let me know down in the comments down below. And please, bro, please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit a like. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch you guys next time.